What's up, everybody? Terrace Horton here, and I will be going live here in about 30 seconds, I think. How's everybody doing today? It's been a while since I've been on social media. But yeah, give me about 30 seconds, and I'll be back, and we'll be going. And just like that, it's done, and I'm back. What's up, everybody? Terrace Troy Horton here. Today, I will have Shawn Braley on. We're going to be talking about the In the Garage comedy show that he has going on in Dayton, Kentucky, as well as I'm going to be bringing you weather, and we're going to be talking about the Suburban Girl. So without further ado, I'm going to go into the weather. I hope everybody's doing great, man. It's been a while since I've been podcasting, which is cool. There's no big deal. Love what we got going on here. I'm going to bring this up, and we're going to go into the weatherbug.com and check out the weather for the day. Currently, it's 66 degrees out there in Dayton, Kentucky, sunny Dayton, Kentucky, the United States of America. And it's zero rain. Sunsets tonight's going to be at 7 o'clock. Let's go in here to the hourly. There's the hourly like there. We'll see what it's like going to be at noon today. And today at noon, it's going to be 79 degrees. This weather has been absolutely amazing. I don't know who ordered this weather, but keep that up. Stop sharing. And if you want to go to the weatherbug.com app, you can go in here into the hourly and the weatherbug.com app and check out what's going on here. 9 o'clock. And the weather's always powered to you by weatherbug.com. So today we have Shawn Braley on. Like I said, we're going to be talking about the In the Garage comedy show, and we're going to be talking about the Suburban Girl Challenge. In the Suburban Girl Challenge, and people have been asking me lately, like, what is Suburban Girl Challenge? Well, I did a song with Jelly Roll, probably about, he recorded his verse 10 years ago, and I sat on it because I knew he was going to blow up. So I released a Suburban Girl song and a radio version, and we're doing really, really well. The song's doing well. I got another single that I'm releasing right after that. It's called Kentucky Tears, and that's featuring Yates Bruh. Everybody knows Yates Bruh from Self Diploma. Shout out to Self Diploma and Sean Heron and all those guys that did a great job. Eddie Trainer, DJ Eddie Trainer. Michael Yates and I are going on this song called Kentucky Tears, and we'll be releasing that probably November-ish, December. I'm having problems with the mix. I'm trying to get it perfect. You know how artists are. I'm trying to get it perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what the Suburban Girl Challenge is. And then you can kind of get an idea. Because what I'm looking for in the Suburban Girl Challenge is and I'll just be honest with you. I'm tired of the Cardi B WAP music. Everybody's talking about Cardi B WAP music. Cardi B. And shouts out to Ricky Green, man. He's doing his thing, man. If you can see right here, Ricky Green, Dollar Green. He's had his show in Louisville. Great role model for our society. Great role model for our Commonwealth of Kentucky. I'll say that. He's a great role model for our comedy. He beat addiction. He started 3 businesses. The governor of Kentucky, Mr. Andy Bashir, recognized Ricky Green. Think it's awesome what you're doing, Ricky. Keep up the good work. Let's collaborate, my man. That's what I'm talking about. I'm all about the collaboration. Let's go in here to Suburban Girl. Suburban Girl Challenge. I'm just going to go through a couple of them from the other day. And I get so much traction from these Suburban Girl Challenges. It's crazy. This is one. This week is about the MILFs. Taking over Black Lives Matter. Her name is Tara. Tara Gen X. This is a Suburban Girl song. It's streaming on all platforms right now. I'm giving a shout out to all the single moms out here. You know, the MILFs. Bang Local MILFs. BLM. The new BLM movement is Bang Local MILFs. We got some hot MILFs out there, man. I swear to goodness we do. He's lowering that black flag in the ground. Here we got another one. She's hot. She's 50 years old. She's from Utah. She's got 2 twin daughters who are 25 years old. I mean, she's smoke show. Frankie Paul or Taylor Frankie Paul's on Smoke Show hot, man. Good gracious. Bang Local Mills, the new I can get behind this BLM movement right here. This one right here, this one coming up is my personal favorite so far right now. This girl, her name Anna Kovic, military family. That's my favorite one so far. You can go back and you can go watch these. You can go back to my page, Terrace Horton, and you can watch all these if you would like to. Or you can go, I keep Suburban Girl stuff going at all times. I keep a lot of stuff going on Suburban Girl because it's a single that I'm releasing. And if you want to go to Spotify, and you want to listen to it, it's right here. Let me go in here to this screen again. My bad. Forgot to share that with you guys. If you go to Spotify, and it's on Spotify, you go to Spotify, and you hit Suburban Girl, play the song. Right there. And I want to appreciate you. Look at that. 9,000. Let me stop there. As of right now, this track is doing very, very well. But so far, I've got 9,837 listeners for the month so far. As an independent recording artist, that is phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Boo John said, he's like, no cap, man. I can't even lie to you. You're doing your thing. And I am. I'm doing my damn thing with this Suburban Girl and the Suburban Girl Challenge. Can't wait to work with each and every last one of you guys. So, yeah, the Suburban Girl Challenge, what I'm looking for, just a brief explanation of the Suburban Girl Challenge. I'm looking for someone who will be able to represent the Country Boy Entertainment and the Suburban Girl brand. You know, Cardi B, I'm going to combat the WAP music. Cardi B and her, I don't cook, I don't clean. How do you think that I got this ring? That is not the type of energy that I would like to see out there in the United States of America. But instead of trying to fight with her and try to pick a fight with her and all that kind of stuff, how about do something counterproductive? Because it's needed. Back in the hip-hop days, in the early hip-hop days, we had 2 Live Crew with Me So Horny. And then we also had Poor Righteous Teachers teaching that conscious rap. And we had people like Third Base and people like Public Enemy. So there was a balance of a lot of good things, a lot of good music. So with Cardi B and her WAP songs, her wet AP songs, it's sending a message out to our youth, especially the women in our youth. I'm teaching here again before we get in here with Shawn Braley. To our youth that all you need is a poo-wah-wah to get a man. That's not going to get you a high-quality man. That's going to get you somebody who's going to use you up. Cardi B has went on record saying that she has drugged somebody to rob them. And she's went on record to say if her boyfriend cheats on her, she will send a transgender to sexually do things to them. This is what she said, not me. So in efforts to combat those kind of things, I created Suburban Girl and Suburban Girl Challenge because I want to promote women who think it's good to, take care of their man. They think it's good to take their kids to soccer practice and to basketball practice and to be involved parents in their life. Let's get out of this single family household to where you get a badge of honor if you're raised by a single family. Let's make the badge of honor. Let's take it back to good old American Leave It to Beaver values, where you got a father and a mother in a house, a 2-family household, working together, like the parents just working together to give a better life for the kids. I'm off my soapbox for right now, but I'm going to come back. I see that Shawn Braley just came on. I'm going to bring Shawn on. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Good to see you again, man.
Yeah, good to see you too, Terrace.
You're keeping up the good work, man. I love seeing you doing things in the city of Dayton. I know we appreciate you, and I'll give you the table. What do you got going on this week?
Oh, man. So tomorrow night we have another In the Garage comedy show at the Garage right there on 6th Avenue. And we have an amazing lineup. Like almost every single one of these people headline around the country. So we have a headliner, but almost any of them could headline.
Without me butchering the names, can you mind going through the names real quick and saying and let the people know who it is? I'm gonna go into the Eventbrite page while you're doing that.
Absolutely, yeah. So our headliner is Linnea, and Holly's from Louisville. She was on Kevin Hart's LOL network. She was on Fox for a number of things. She's been featured on Sirius XM Radio. She's so so funny, and a nationally touring headliner, so funny. And she's coming right there to Dayton in the Garage. We got Matt Alano-Martin, who's the guy right there on the top right corner. Matt runs the Limestone Comedy Festival, which happens in Indianapolis or near Indianapolis, and it's just features some of the best comedians from the whole country, like David Cross, Todd Barry, Elliot, yeah, just a bunch of great comedians have been a part of that. So it's like, oh, Matt's going to be on this show too. Then we have Blake Hammond on the show, and Blake's actually recording his Amazon Prime special on October 28th.
Where's he going to be recording that at?
He's recording it at Motor Pub in Over the Rhine.
Nice. Love that place. It's awesome.
Yeah, Motor Pub's a great spot and a great spot for comedy. So yeah, he's recording that, and he's going to be running some of his stuff that he's recording on that special. So if you're there, you'll be able to hear some of his Amazon special a little early. We got Gwen Sunkel, who's the woman up there in the top left corner. Gwen's from Indianapolis. She runs shows out there. She, again, is another nationally touring headliner. Phil Pointer, who's the guy right next to Holly to the right. Phil is a local person. Phil's from Cincinnati. He's been doing comedy for like 10 years. He's a regular at Go Bananas. He just headlined last night at Go Bananas. He's amazing. And then Ossia Dwyer. She is newer in Cincinnati, but she was in Pittsburgh. So she just moved to Cincinnati from Pittsburgh. And she is just so funny in so many ways too. So I'm excited to show Dayton and so many of you folks that are going to be able to come out to the show, all these great comedians. Like, I feel like they're not allowed to be on the same show. That's how good all of them are.
And it's a very, very affordable price of $12 for a ticket. And we'll go into how to get the tickets in a little bit later. I'm going to play a little bit of Matt's stand-up, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. It's very nice to be here. I got up really early this morning so I could have a full, long, productive day on Facebook. 10,000 hours, that's what they say. I started off, pretty easy, just going down my feed and liking all the statuses that reinforce my pre-existing belief system. Gotta be the change, you guys. Once I finished up with that, I got into my favorite section on Facebook, which is people you may know. I was going through there today, and I realized there's a couple of people that have been in that section for so long. Kind of feel like I do know them. Like, oh, Billy with a comb over got married or something. Cool, right? That is my favorite section because as a happily married man, it's as close as I get to Tinder. Right?
That's
Put
good.
a face in a name and let the judging begin. No.
That's good. Matt's a pretty funny guy, man. That's a pretty funny guy. And the headliner is Holly, correct?
Yes, Holly Linnea.
Okay, let's go in and see what she's got.
I don't know why I'm single. I don't know why. I don't know. I can't, for the life of me, figure that out. Because, guys, look, I love sports too. Okay? I'm into sports. I can make a mean, sloppy joke. Sir, because I know all you need is a sandwich and a boobie.
Yes!
And depending on how you act, maybe two, right? And as a bonus, I don't have any kids. I don't think you understand the dynamic of what I just said to you.
Right.
I'm a single black woman without kids, okay? You better get your camera phone out, take my picture.
Oh, man, I can already tell she's going to be hilarious, man. Black woman, no kids, likes to make sandwiches and give, oh, gosh, she's a woman. Let's go.
Right there.
But yeah, man, that's awesome, man. How did the last show go? The one previous to this one?
Yeah, the last show was great. We had another good crowd. It was funny. We had a couple of 12-year-olds walked over that were just like walking through, 12-year-olds that live in the neighborhood. They walked over and they were watching, and it was when the dirtiest comedian I've probably ever booked was on stage. So we, like, the bartender, like, shooed the 12-year-olds away, but I was like, they probably learned some new words.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's take it back to when we were 12 years old. I know that, my dad was pretty open with us as far as, like, sharing things with us. Like he said, if you're going to watch it, you're going to watch it with me, like Eddie Murphy Raw, Richard Pryor. Right. So that's where I get my comedy palette from, is from my father. So I appreciate the fact that some 12-year-olds were over there to witness some stuff like that. Because, you know, I mean, if it was my kids, they'd be sitting right beside me witnessing themselves. I think you might have froze up. I hope not. Let me see. I'm going to try to bring you back in. I think we have some technical difficulties, but I think we can try to bring Shawn back on. But yeah, I'm going to go in here and try to bring you back on. But I'll go in here and I'll show you how to book your ticket. If you want to book your ticket to Eventbrite, if you want to go to the comedy show tonight, it's pretty easy to do it's very easy to book their tickets from them. About this event, it's in the garage, stand-up comedy showcase featuring fantastic comics from around our region. Enjoy this unique, newly renovated event space, have delicious craft beer, and laugh. Holly, we already went over the headliners. And to get a ticket, if you want to get a ticket, here's how you get the ticket. You just go to eventbrite.com, or I'll post this link in the description page or in a comment on here. Then you just go in here, you get your ticket. And Eventbrite is awesome to work with. They send you an email. Your ticket is print right there. You just walk up. It's very fluid. For one ticket, I say you buy about 8 of them. Say you buy 8 of them, you pay, you check out. The emails will go straight to your phone. It's that easy. And that event is tonight. No, I'm sorry. Not tonight. Friday night, October the 15th. It starts at 7:30 p.m. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to come out of here when I say this. I've been to, and the reason I haven't been to the last ones, because I have a son. Everybody, if you don't know, I have a son. He plays football for Ballard. He's doing really, really well. So on Friday nights, me and our family, we get together and we go watch the football game. So that's why I haven't been to the comedy shows. But the comedy shows that I've been to, the 3 previous ones, they start on time. They're efficient with their time. The sound is great. They keep getting better and better every time that I go. I think it's awesome what Shawn is doing for the city of Dayton. Let's keep that energy going in Dayton. Let's keep new things. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I was in a meeting last night, and Dayton, Kentucky is going to be having, and don't quote me on this, and I'll be back and let you know in the next couple of weeks or a couple of days, for Halloween, October the 30th, I believe it is, they're going to be having a movie in the park night for the kids. And I believe there's going to be some sponsorships from I know Horton's Barbershop is going to be one of the sponsors. Hickory Dickory Dock's going to be one of the sponsors. We're the people from over at the Marianne Theater, Steve Hotke, I've had them on the show before. They purchased this big projector screen, bouncy, inflatable movie screen, and I'll bring them back on so they can explain it on themselves, explain it themselves. But they're going to have movie night. I think it's going to be in the park, Gilliland Park. We're still knocking out all the final things, but I think it's safe to say that for trick-or-treating, we're going to have a movie night in the park for the kids. Rocky Horror film, I believe it's going to be. Everybody likes that. For the last 10 minutes, and Shawn, if you can come back on, you can jump back on. I think we discussed everything that we need to discuss, and thank you for coming on the show. For the last 10 minutes, I'm going to discuss Suburban Girl. And the Shawn's back. We're going to get him back on here. There we go. Lost you for a minute, man. I went over the tickets and how they can go purchase the tickets, go to the event price, the price of the tickets. And I was explaining to you, about how you're usually on time with your shows. Because a lot of times you go to comedy shows and like you're supposed to start at 7. It doesn't start till 9.
Right.
I was just explaining that every comedy show that I've been to a year so far has been on time. As soon as you get there, like when everybody's seated, boom, it's very fluid. There's not a lot of time in between. You're running a very fluid, well-oiled machine, brother. And I appreciate you.
Chris, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate such a big supporter too. It's important. I really want to, I think I've said this before on the show, but I really want to connect to the local community in Dayton with the show. I don't want to just do it for just anybody to come to Dayton. I do want people to come from outside to see how cool Dayton is. And so many people tell me when they come to the show from other parts of the city or the other cities nearby, they'll be like, wow, Dayton, I didn't realize this was this cool.
And it's getting Dayton is that right on the avenue. It's getting so much cooler down there. Like with my barbershop, the Tikal Nagal, the Mexican restaurant, Unitaza, and I think that Unitaza is about to do some expansion.
Yeah.
The Galactic Chicken, if you're going to go get something to eat right before then, Galactic Chicken is phenomenal. I mean, we just got a nice little – and one of my clients came to – because I have 2 barbershops, and one of my clients came to my Covington shop yesterday, and he's like, man, I wanted to book in Dayton so much. I wanted to book in Dayton because the food scene in Dayton is better than the food scene in Covington. I'm like, what? I mean, love it, man.
Yeah. So Dayton's great. And I want the locals to come too, though. So I'm hoping to continue to grow that presence for all the local folks. So they can realize like there's really cool stuff happening right down the street from you with nationally touring headliners that maybe wouldn't have been in Dayton otherwise.
That's awesome, man. Well, thanks for coming on. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people before? Yeah, I mean, we usually get like after these air, we usually get some pretty good traction. So anything that you'd like to say to the people who've been watching us faithfully?
Just keep paying attention. We're doing it every 3rd Friday is when we're having the shows. I think November 19th, and that's going to be our last show of the year. So we're not going to have one in December. We might not do January or February just because it's winter and we're just in that small garage. But we will be back by March if we're done, but definitely November 19th too. So mark that on your calendars as well. And I hope folks can make it tomorrow and in November.
Awesome, man. We'll break a leg tomorrow. Like I explained this when I was off camera. Well, you were off camera as well. My son plays football for Ballard in Louisville, so I'm in his football games until after November as well. Yep. So I made the first 3, man, and I love them. So
I appreciate it. All your support is meaningful.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, have a great day, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Terrace. Shawn
Braley, ladies and gentlemen. He's such an awesome guy, and Cincinnati stories, so much that he brings to our community. And I am a strong supporter in taking care of the people in our community that curate such things. Big fat shouts out to Kick Lee over in Cincinnati. I got to give him a shout out. Kick Lee over there in Cincinnati, the Cincinnati Music Accelerator. I see what you're doing, man. Every time I go and I see your truck, I see you moving around, brother, and I love it. If nobody else gives you your flowers while you're here, I'm telling you right now, I see you working because I know what it feels like to work. And it doesn't seem like anybody's watching, but we're watching, Kick, and I really love it. For the last 8 minutes, I'm going to explain to you about the Suburban Girl, a little bit more about the Suburban Girl Challenge. The Suburban Girl Challenge, like I said, is to combat, because you need the Cardi B's in this world. You need that because like when I was growing up, we had, I'll use this analogy again. We had 2 Live Crew. Then we had Poor Righteous Teachers, Public Enemy. So it was a good balance of party. We had Ice Cube, NWA, and it was the code of communication from our people, from the streets to the masses. You got to know exactly what was going on in Miami by 2 Live Crew and Uncle Luke, and then in Los Angeles with NWA. In Kentucky, you had in Tennessee, you had 8 Ball and MJG, and West Coast, you had Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. These were the code of communication communicators throughout our country to say, this is what's going on in our hoods. Somehow, the music industry, I know it happened, but I ain't going to go into that programming because I'm leaving that for Patreon and TikTok. I'm not messing with no Facebook people no more because y'all like to cancel people too much. I mean, I'm uncancelable, but I don't even feel like dealing with that crap. The powers that be got a hold of hip-hop music, and they use it to damage the black community. You say, how do you mean damage the black community? Music used to be, whenever you would listen to hip-hop music, you'd have a wide range of artists. Young MC, you'd have Young MC talk about, don't just stand there, bust a move. And then you'd have Spice One talk about, kill him. You know, you had a vibe. But now, if you listen to hip-hop, besides Kanye West, and he had to sneak his way through there, it's all about money, guns, cars, girls, disrespecting women disrespecting women, completely talking about, I don't cook and I don't clean. How do you think that I got this ring? Because my wet AP, my WAP. So to combat that, I have come up with the Suburban Girl Challenge, because I would like to promote women who don't subscribe to that. They don't think that just having a wet AP is going to get them a quality husband. They think it's cool to cook for their husband and their family. They think it's good. The suburban woman believes it's good to cook and clean for their family. The suburban woman thinks it's good to make sure that her husband is taken care of, like making him sandwiches and packing his lunch and sending him off his day because he's going to be working hard out there, even though she might work hard as well. But those are just family dynamics that like the Black Lives Matter, BLM, Black Lives Matter. They, in their mission statement, they said they wanted to destroy the nuclear family. They have done a pretty good job since 1994 destroying the nuclear family in poor and black and brown communities by taking the black man out of the household, getting him in felonies on drug charges and things like that. Y'all didn't know y'all was going to get this today, but you're going to get it. By taking the black man out of the family. I didn't have that because my dad was there for me every single day. And that's another thing. We need to stop glorifying all this. Oh, I'm hard. I grew up without a daddy. I grew up saying, oh man, this guy grew up without a daddy. Look at him. He grew up without a daddy. How about we put some emphasis on us that did have our dads every day? And glorify that to say, hey, this is what happened when you have a father in the life. Because it's designed, if you go down there to the child support office and you say, I want to put a case on my baby daddy. That's what they say. I'm going to go put a case on my baby daddy. They put a case on their baby's father. Then you've got the government coming after the father and saying, we're not going to give you any assistance if you have your father of your child around in your housing. And this is just a cycle to take the man out of the family, which goes back into Suburban Girl. The Suburban Girl is not going for that. The Suburban Girl is going to do whatever it takes to keep their family together. The Suburban Girl is going to love her husband. The Suburban Girl is not going to say, all I got it for you is some Wawa. They're going to say, I'm going to be dedicated to my family. A Suburban Girl thinks it's hot, and I think it's super hot, when to take their kids to soccer practice and to baseball practice and to football practice and to be there in the crowd and be at the PTA meetings and to be that parent who's there to pick the kid up from school. That's the suburban woman. We got to get away from this WAP stuff to this Lizzo unhealthy lifestyles. Let's get to some suburban women. And what I did with the Suburban Girl Challenge in the beginning, if you see, I put ass and titties out there. I put it out there just to get the attention. That's exactly what the Democratic Party did with Barack Obama when they introduced him back in 2000. First thing you seen was big Obama on some double Ds. And then they started to slowly bring it in. So I use that same method with my Suburban Girl Challenge. I brought some suburban, and I'm going to go into some of the Suburban Girl challenges that have got some really, really, really good really good feedback. Let's go in here to this one. This she's from Utah. She's beautiful. She's from Utah. One of my favorite ones is this one right here. Let's go into this one.
Men, we need you. Y'all are so perfect and not invincible, just like us. And life puts the world on your shoulders far too often and expects you to make it, man up, push through, get her done. And what's crazy is, if you listen, don't those sound like some parallel issues we got?
It does. And that was my friend. Queen Gwen. She's from LA. Juana. She's my friend from LA. Juana. She's a beautiful lady. She's talking to the man. Then I did the sports. I went to sports. No more my lady. I'm a Kentucky through and through. See how I mix those together? Yeah. So the Suburban Girl Challenge, we did Spirit Week, and this week, and then that was last week. And then this week, so this week I am doing MILFs. I'm doing MILFs. And this is a Bang Local MILFs, the real Black Lives Matter, Bang Local MILFs. And let's see what these MILFs are talking about. Let's take that back. I know y'all like, this is one of the most viewed ones right here. This is Tarina McCann. So going forward, you're going to see me showcasing. There's not going to be no boobies and ass and titties and shaking booty. You're going to see me hone in to the suburban woman that takes care of her family. That thinks it's hot, thinks it's great to be a mom. Yeah, there it is. That's the Suburban Girl Challenge. That's what's going on with the Suburban Girl Challenge. if you guys have any questions, just hit me up. My name is Terrace Troy Horton, the most interesting man in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and I'm signing out. I'll see you guys in the next time, whenever that might be. Good Lord.